Hey, give it up for everybody you saw or whatever. I think if you're waving your hands in the air, you care a little bit. My name is Jim Leugers.
It's not easy to be the best. Michael Jordan famously said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Winston Churchill professed, "A kite flies highest against the wind." Or my personal favorite motivational quote from Buffy Ann Summers, "I may be dead, but I'm still pretty."
Just the fact that I've done the show, thought it up, managed to, prod enough people and convince them to do it, seems to get me like a little bit of respect from people in a weird way. Like, I don't know why. It wasn't that hard, to be honest. But I think people respect when you put on a show and go through the trouble to beyond having like, oh, I have this idea for a show, and actually following through and getting it done and putting it on a stage. I don't know. There's something authentic about it, and there's something profound about it.
She says, "Do you know that humans are the only animal to drink the milk of another animal?" But she says it like that, like it's a valid argument. And I said, "Do you know that humans are the only animal that can build a dairy farm?"
What does comedy mean to you, Jim? What's it done for you?
It's comedy's sort of like a one-sided therapy, where it's like you're just kind of spewing things and you're able to kind of polish it to constantly make yourself the hero or the funny, smart one in the situation. So you can kind of work out all these fantasy scenarios in a way. But to me, comedy is useless if it's not coming from a place of truth, if you're not just getting something off your chest.
Speaking of billboards, I saw another billboard that I'm sure was trying to help, but I'm not sure it was. It was very anti-sexual assault, which I agree with, but hear me out. But it had like this girl like hugging herself or something, and it was like, don't sexual, assault people or whatever. But then at the bottom, it had a weird statistic that I don't think they should have shared. It said, you should tell somebody, which you should, but then it said 9 out of 10 sexual assaults go unreported. If I'm a rapist, I am totally taking those odds.
My stand-up is mean, but I'm sounding like such a douche. What am I trying to say?
But at the end of this PSA, it's for some Down syndrome, party of some kind. And he's like, "Come on down to the and meet all the Down syndrome, I don't know, people, I guess you call them, right?" Oh, I'm the jerk. I came up with people. What would you call them, honestly? People. Come on.
What I have found, and I took a break from comedy. I did comedy kind of hard for a few years in the 90s and then stopped. But one of the things I noticed coming back was it was a little harder to make connections, but the connections are better. There are plenty of great comics in town, but you kind of have to earn their respect. But once you have it, you're kind of in the club, and that's not to make it like it's cliquey or anything like that. But I mean, I think everybody around here only cares if you're funny. Like, it doesn't matter if you're cool, obviously. Yeah, they only care if you're funny, and if you're funny, you're gold. Even if they don't like you. Honestly, there's plenty of people I don't like that I think are funny. And there's plenty of people that don't like me that think I'm funny. There's people that like me that don't think I'm funny. I don't know what I'm saying. Some people like me and also think I'm funny. Some people don't like me and don't think I'm funny. Some people are somewhere in between. They either like me, they hate me, or they think I'm okay, to paraphrase Mitch Hedberg.
And she was constantly, bugging me like, "Well, what do you like? What do you like?" It's fine. I like whatever's happening. "No, you got to tell me what you like, so that I know what to do for you." I'm like, I just like. That's like my go-to thing.
Okay, so where do you see comedy in Indianapolis going in relation to what you're trying to do here?
In relation to what I'm trying to do here, I see comedy growing in that we're part of the Indianapolis Crossroads Comedy Film Festival. Crossroads Comedy Festival coming to town. There's a lot of folks just starting their own thing, which I think is cool. A lot of guys shooting videos and making sketches online, and I think that has a lot to do with just where technology is and where people, you know, the skill sets involved, people coming together and being collaborative and putting things like this together. And that's cool, you know, getting beyond egos and just, yeah, making shows. But as far as, like, she keeps asking the question and I keep ducking it. I go, here's what happens. I start with the thing. I'm like, oh, here's the answer to the question. And I go, oh, wait, this happened. And then I'm going to look over there. That's how I do, because I can't answer questions.
It looked to be a nightclub for them city queers what tied up their hairs in man buns and drank shitty beer that tasted like pumpkin pie or whatever. As the night dragged on, the encroaching darkness drove the hipsters and liberal weirdos into the club like an ant colony or something where they all move and do the same shit together or whatever. But this picnic weren't no picnic.
So I think we're figuring out that there's a Midwest sensibility to people, that we can be smart from the Midwest and do cool comedy, and there is an audience that'll find us.
And as they lay on the kitchen floor with the spillings of human biology and half-made tuna salad in the folds of their bodies.
Yeah, cool stuff.
I think we've tortured Jim enough.
It is torture. I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Cycle them out for somebody
I
else.
don't know how to talk to people.
So Mormons are weird. And I'm sorry if you're Mormon, you know, I apologize. I have many weird things myself. But have you seen the ad campaign? Like all over town, the billboards and stuff? Multi-million-dollar ad campaign a Mormon church pays for to convince everyone that they're normal. Here's the thing. Do you know what normal people don't do?
I hope you managed to take all of the crap that just spewed out of my mouth. Did I say anything about the Third Reich or anything like crazy?
A couple things.
Okay.
I gotta go. No, because this bit's dumb and I got the light and I just got a few seconds, so. All right, buddy, hang it up. Oh, okay, hang up. I'm gonna hang up. All right, bye-bye. All right, everybody, that is my time.